All right, Mr. Rajiv Kumar Gupta, Group President of PB Fintech Limited, which is the parent company of Policy Bazaar and Paisa Bazaar, is also joining us on the broadcast. Sir, appreciate you being here. First up, will the GST rate cuts help counter Donald Trump's 50% tariffs, and what potential boost can GST 2.0 give to India's GDP growth as well?
So I think firstly, let's not link GST relief to Trump's tariff rates. GST relief has been a long pending demand of the industry. Policy Bazaar for the last 17 years has been making this request in whatever opportunities we had with the government or with the bureaucrats or with the ministers. So this announcement of GST relief on the insurance segment is certainly a welcome move, and it sends very positive signals to the entire ecosystem. While I'm not saying that GST reduction or GST nil rate will immediately impact and create big sales in the immediate run, but in the long run, obviously this is a very positive move, particularly keeping in mind that the penetration levels in the country have still remained lower single digit numbers, and a substantial reduction, making it nil on GST for both term and health insurance, is certainly a welcome move.
And so, what potential advantages can a two tax slab structure bring to India's economic growth and tax compliance, according to you?
So I think GST reduction across board will certainly help consumer demand increasing, and with consumer demand increasing, certainly it will create positive impact for the overall economy. I think rationalizing GST across board is one of the most positive moves one has seen over the last many years. After the Prime Minister announced this move, and making this happen within less than a month, certainly creates a big impact in the industry. So I think tax compliance certainly will increase. There is no doubt about it, because the lower the tax, the higher the inclination to remain compliant. With 28% GST and 18% GST, there was still reluctance because people would find this too cost heavy. As far as the insurance sector is concerned, we were always compliant, whether it was 18% or whether it is going to be nil. For the sector, I think it's a very big positive move.
So, what does this rate cut mean for India's financial technology sector, according to you?
So I think technology sector is part of the entire ecosystem, right? I mean, when there is substantial reduction, obviously a lot of people will have to make changes within the system they run today, and technology will play a crucial role in supporting this move, and rationalizing the systems in each organization they work for. So overall, I think it's a welcome move for everybody. I think it's going to create a positive impact for every industry, whether it is technology, whether it is the insurance sector, whether it is any other sector where this change has happened.
And so, will the GST cuts support the growth of MSMEs and startups in India, which has also been a concern by the government?
For sure, I think MSMEs have been a focus area for a long time, and I think they have been deprived of funds and opportunities for them to grow. I think Prime Minister has in his vision set very clear focus on MSMEs, and there are directives that MSMEs should be supported by banks. MSMEs should be given lending without too much collateral. So a substantial reduction in GST will also enable MSMEs to come out with products which are much lower cost and make them more competitive in the ecosystem. And I think India is taking a lot of steps towards this direction. I remember having visited Dubai recently, where Ministry of Commerce, with their initiative at DP World, is now clearly creating an opportunity of setting up Bharat Mart in Dubai, which will also facilitate MSMEs across India to create products which can be exported across the world, through Dubai. You know, so the India Mart is going to be a big story eventually when it comes up. Something similar to what China Mart is doing substantial business. So GST reduction, I think certainly will create a major impact for MSMEs, bringing down their products costs, making them more competitive, across the product lines.
And so, when the Indian government stands up to a major economy like the United States to protect its own interests, how important is this particular exercise just to build confidence?
I think India has always stood by its own strength, right? I think while tariff rates have impacted, most countries in the world, Indian economy continues to remain strong, and Indian service sector particularly continues to be a big sector. The service sector is not impacted by these tariffs. So I think for us, all these tariffs, while they may have small impact in the short run, but given our strength and given our focus in terms of building Viksit Bharat, I don't think so these things will impact us in the long run. We will continue to grow. We will continue to make India, one of the largest economies in the world.
All right. So, appreciate you taking out the time and speaking with us. Thank you so much.